Alright, so we got another day and another C++ program. This time we're calling it isolating class structures. And that'll make sense once I start getting into this program. Basically, in the beginning here, I'm actually not going to be doing anything in this source.cc pp. Believe it or not. Instead, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the source files right here, click add, new item, and add what we call a header file into this program. Now, what I'm going to do in this header file is I'm going to go ahead and put this piece of code in here. So here it is. I put a class in here, as we know, and in this class I put in a public access specifier, and then I put the following in here. Calculator is going to be the constructor to set initial status. Then we're going to have launch to display, and these are all uninitialized methods. So here is going to be launch, which will display initial instructions. And then here is read input to get expression, write output to get display result, accessor to get current status. Then we've got some private variables, num1, num2 to store the numbers. The character oper to store the input operator, and to store the current status we use this boolean called status. So if you were thinking, yes, I am going to be building a calculator in this program, so that ought to be interesting. So what are we going to do with this header? Well, let's go back to our main program. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to use another include, and we're going to call it header. And in this program, I'll go ahead and add a little bit of code here. So first off, I'll go ahead and add in, might take a little second here. Okay, here it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add definitions for each method in the header file. And first we're going to go ahead and initialize the status by calling the calculator class, and then we'll go ahead and use this scope resolution operator to direct it to this method, and we're going to say that the status is true. Okay, so we're going to do some additional methods here and classes. So once again, we're going to go ahead and add another one in regards to calculator. This time launch, and this is going to display the instructions. So it's just going to be some it's just going to be some strings that we're going to go ahead to start off our program with. The label up here is some calculator, then the cout, giving you some instructions about the operators and how you should go about it. Basically, you type in a number, use one of these operators, another number, then hit your enter key or return, as you want to call it, to calculate, and then if you want to exit the program, you type in 0. Alright, so the next method that we're going to go add a definition to is the read input. This will get expression. So here you'll get the first number with this cin to num1. Exit if it's 0. So if num1 is 0, it will change the status to false. Or get the rest with this. So it'll take in the oper and then the num2. Alright, so next up we have write output. This will display the result, and we have a switch in here. So if continuing, show result. So case 1, if it's a plus, it'll start doing this math where it does addition. If the operator is a minus, it'll do that, of course. And then down here where we get to division, as we know in math, you can't divide by 0. So if the denominator is not 0, it'll do the cout. It'll output the result of the regular old division. But if it is, then we'll stop it with this message saying you cannot divide by 0. And then next, so we have this run, and in the run method, it'll just get the current status and return status. Alright, now in the main method, okay, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and start off with a pointer. So this is going to be a class pointer. We have the class calculator, call it pcalc, new, and then we take the calculator constructor. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and call to display instructions by pointing it to launch. And lastly, in our main program, we're going to use this while loop, where it will loop until the user types 0, effectively changing the status control to false. As we know in Booleans, 1 is true, 0 is false. And what it'll do is it'll continue to use the read input, which is right here, and write output, which will start displaying the information. And with that said, let's run our program. Okay, so let's go ahead and follow these instructions, right? So here's some addition. Alright, that works. Let's try some subtraction. Hey, that works. Even counts into negatives. Cool. Let's try multiplication. 40. Alright. Division. Great. What if we divide by 0? Can't do that. And if we are to type in 0, well, the program eventually ends. Let me try that again. 0. Enter. Press enter twice. Okay. Now, we're not done yet. There's another thing we want to show. This is called isolating class structures, right? Well, what we can actually do is we can actually move this main program away from there. Add another CPP file. Put the material in here. And it's angry at us. So it's going to want our includes. And let's go ahead and give it what it wants. So going to go with header H. Satisfy the calculator. Then I'm going to also want my Conio 8 or Conio H to satisfy the getch. Apparently that's all you need. You don't need the IO stream or anything. Apparently already takes that into account. And with this, now that we stripped the code away, it should still run. And it doesn't matter what you click, it'll just run it all the same no matter which one you have selected, whichever tab you have selected. So let's just mess around with this program a little bit. If you don't do any math and just screw around like that, you know. Well, it has to be by the... It's being funny. Let's not do that. Let's do this. Let's try this. Oh yeah. Apparently this program isn't perfect. There are certain ways you can break it. So, but if you were to just follow the rules, it'll be alright. And then 0 will get you out. Another cool thing I just want to show. If you just press enter indefinitely and just type in a number, it has to be 0 before it finally exits the program. And you have to press enter twice. Alright, so yeah, pretty long program, but guess I spent enough time here. Cool.